Hello everyone. Welcome to the lecture series on PLC programming. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the concept of normally closed time closed contact, which is also referred to as NCTC. At the first place, let us look at the symbol of NCTC, and the symbol always conveys some information, isn't it? In this case, the information that the symbol is conveying is it is closed and it is associated with time. So that is why we'll call it as time closed contact, whereas normally closed suggests that it will initially be closed if you're not energizing it. So how do we understand these type of contacts? Any contacts can be understood by considering three different scenarios. That is what happens when it is de-energized initially, what happens when we are energizing it, what happens when we are de-energizing an energized contact. If we understand these three important points, we will be able to analyze the operation of any contacts on our own. This is the pattern that we've been following for quite some videos for contacts such as NOTO or NOTC and NCTO. So we are going to continue the same fashion that we have already followed, and we'll be looking at this in three different cases. At the first place, let us consider case number one. What happens when de-energized initially? I'll be considering a normally closed contact which controls this circuit, and this has no way linked with respect to this contact. This is just for controlling purpose. So now when I'm de-energizing initially, in the sense I'm de-energizing this through the push button. So for a normally closed contact, when you're not giving any energy to it, it will act as a short circuit, and that is why it is indicated in green. So the power starts flowing, the rung gets energized, and the contact is also getting excited because of the fact that the current starts flowing through the contact, and the light starts glowing because it is acting as a short circuit, normally closed initially. That is why in this case, when de-energized initially through the push button switch, the light starts glowing in this particular fashion. So the output is in high state. Now what happens in case 2 when we are energizing a de-energized contact? In this case, I will be energizing it by pressing the push button switch. Once you press the push button switch, what will happen? It will act as open circuit because it was previously closed. And the fact that it is normally closed contact, once it is energized, it will act as open circuit. Since this is acting as open circuit, the entire rung over here acts as open circuit, isn't it? The currents stops flowing through this path, and consequently there will be no current flowing through this path. Once this happens, instantly the light stops glowing and the current does not flow to the load. So everything takes place instantly, there is no time associated. So now you may ask me a question. Where is time associated with this type of contacts? Because the name itself says time closed contact, isn't it? So how do we relate this with respect to time? So that can be understood in case 3. Now I will be de-energizing it again. So I'll be considering the previous case over here. Now I will be de-energizing it by releasing this push button switch in this particular fashion. So in that case, it will get energized because these are normally closed contact, and current starts flowing through the rung. And now what happens from the point where the current starts flowing and the rung gets energized and it is given to this normally closed time closed contact, the timer starts. So we will be programming the timers and we will be deciding the time duration. So for example, if you are considering 10 seconds delay, it will take 10 seconds for it to supply the current to the load and the light to glow. So for 10 seconds, the light will not be glowing and the output will be in low state. And that is why we will be utilizing this in a lot of different applications. And that is why it is associated with time as well. Now, having seen three different cases, let us correlate this with the timing diagram. So the timing diagram is pretty simple and straightforward. We'll be considering the input initially to be low and then going to high, and then it comes back to low in this particular fashion. And the low corresponds to 10 seconds because the time duration of 10 seconds is what the time delay that we have set in our cases. So similarly, we will be associating it with the expected output with respect to light. So what happens initially according to case 1, when the input was low, the output was high according to case 1. Consequently, once the input got high, when we are energizing the push button switch, consequently what happened, instantly the light went low. And once at this point, from this point, if you carefully observe, again when it goes low, it takes 10 seconds for it to go to high state. The light started to glow only after 10 seconds delay and then it went to high state. And this is how we will be analyzing the timing diagram. I hope this concept is clear. In case you have any questions, feel free to reach out by typing in your questions in the comment section below. If you like this video, please do like it, share it and subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Thanks for watching this video. Meet you guys in another video. Thank you.